Test, test. Is this thing on? Test, test.
Yes.
Man?
Yes.
It depends. Are you going to knock or are you just going to shout at me through the door? Come in.
Let's...
I wouldn't open that door.
We need the cleaning crew.
These officers can't hold in.
Your Honor, our officer.
Do I even want to know what happened out there?
Nothing
We
happened.
took a piss.
Our officers are going to pick up the prosecution. Apparently, they're going to be late or some sort.
All right. Well, the sooner you get him here, the sooner we can get started.
All right. Thank you. I'm on this side. Actually, I have stuff to do.
Yep.
You said you wanted...
Can we keep the domestics to a minimum, please?
Yes, boss. Guys, let's have a wine test. Oh shit, the mate's on.
Danny, hit me down.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's a
Nice there.
He get his baby to watch the animals.
Jerome is being very peacefully quiet.
See? This is a pig. P-I-G. Pig.
Did you just give your baby a vape?
He's raping his baby.
Yep.
It keeps him calm. Keeps him calm. Good baby.
I used to use whiskey.
I usually use roofies.
So hard to get with the whiskey. That was the first word you kid learned. Roofies! entire courthouse, huh? You guys prepped the entire courthouse, huh?
What you mean that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, that makes sense, I guess. Goddamn terrorists, huh?
Yeah.
I heard about a story about a terrorist on, what was the island called? I think it was Tanoa or something, right?
Did you jump out now as well?
Mm-hmm, I am.
Just through this little door over here.
You got it, officer.
Hated Tenoe.
There we are.
Up the stairs, right? Yeah, right.
Just up the stairs.
This door or the next one?
I believe the one just down the end.
Alright, got it.
What?
Obviously, if the judge changes his mind, we'll obviously go with what he says.
Of course, officer. What's up, everyone?
Nothing much.
I'm innocent, alright? I didn't do shit.
You've been framed, man. This is bullshit.
It is. Hi. How are you doing? What?
Sounds. Yeah, what the fuck? Didn't hear that.
I'm sorry about that.
Does anyone else have a hard time seeing through that glass?
You know, it's really unfair that there is no chair here, right? I really do not like this.
You have no time to sit down in the cell.
Well, I don't even have a chair in my cell, right?
You've got a bed, haven't you?
Dude, it's literally made out of fucking brick or something. I don't know. Most uncomfortable thing I've ever laid on, okay?
Chambers.
He's still in his chambers, fair enough. Oh.
Is he going to piss on the door again?
Leave Myers to Marshall. Stand at the back.
Med. In or out? Don't stand there with the door open.
We're ready.
Alright.
All rise.
Well, I can't really sit down, so I guess.
Okay.
He's been searched.
I'm just as confused as you, Judge.
Officer Myers, why is
But
this man
what?
not in a suit?
I don't even have shoes, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Say again?
What man?
Excuse me?
This one right here.
No one cares.
I believe he's the prosecution in this case.
Yes, sir.
So,
Well, he's,
two questions.
he-
First of all, why is he not in a suit, and why is he not sitting over?
I don't know. Well, he's not wearing. First of
I
all,
believe-
he's not wearing a suit because he's currently under arrest.
All right. Regardless, I believe that this man is the person who has brought a case against CLPD, and as a result, and as a prosecution witness, I believe he should be right there, whether he was under arrest or not.
Yeah, right, Your Honor. I didn't put him there. I'll fix that.
Give him a suit while
I
you're
get a
at
chair
it.
to sit down. Woo! I'm sorry, Your Honor. Got a little bit excited there.
Hey, the simple things, eh?
The simple things, my man. I tell you that. Makes me excited. Oh, sorry.
Alright.
Oh, dear.
Whoa, what's the taser for?
For your
Whoa!
handles.
Why am I cuffed? Like, where am I supposed to run? Like, what do you expect me to do? What?
Whoa.
Man, Mr. Officer or whatever, Pinkerton, whatever his name is, he was so much nicer. He didn't cuff me. He trusted me, okay? I'm not a criminal. I may have done some things wrong, right? But I don't deserve this treatment. Can I get uncuffed now? Like, how am I supposed to sit down? This is really uncomfortable.
Well, put your hands in front then.
And how is he supposed to do that when they're cuffed behind his back?
Did you want to lay on the floor for 5 minutes?
I don't know.
So, do you mind uncuffing me? Like, I'm not gonna do anything. I can't run. They're like, what,
I'm
1, 2,
sorry.
3.
I'm sorry,
Officer
that's not
Pickering?
possible.
Yeah, you were so much nicer to me. Help me out here.
In fact, Officer Snow, is your commander available?
I believe he's on the island, sir, but I'm not sure where he is.
127 to 101.
I currently have the radio turned right down because I don't want to get disturbed by any communications during the case.
Like that ringing bell.
Your Honor, the commander is on his way from downstairs.
Okay, thank you.
Man, I just want to make my case. You know, I'm so happy about this chair, but now I'm being cuffed for no reason. Like, I don't even know what you expect me to do. Unarmed against like 3 cops in front and 1 cop behind me, and 1 on the defense table. Like, what? What?
In a locked room, in a locked building.
Exactly, right? I mean, I don't know what... I wanted this case. I am here because I want to be here. I want to make my case because I don't think I did anything wrong, right?
Commander Killaway, approach
So
your bench.
why would I
Approach your
run?
bench, please. It's come to my attention that this man here is bringing a case against CLPD, and I'm aware that he's been arrested pending a search warrant. However, he's been delivered to my courtroom in a jail jumpsuit instead of a court suit, and he's been left cuffed in a room with several officers. How is he supposed to present his case exactly?
Exactly,
Good-
those
good-
shoes.
Yeah, good question. I mean, I don't really know what to say, to be honest.
Alright, first of all, let's start by getting the cuffs off him and get him in his seat. I think you and I are going to have a conversation after this case is concluded.
Okay.
I just want some
Okay.
shoes, man. And I want to sit down. Am I asking for too much? I'm not a criminal, alright?
Not at all.
God damn it.
Quiet, you ready bastard.
Excuse me?
Who said that?
Thank you, officer. Appreciate it. May I sit down?
Be seated, sir.
Thank you.
Alright. So, from what I understand of this case so far, Mr. Dan, you have been arrested on charges of arms trafficking, pending a search warrant. I believe that
That is correct, yes.
Essentially the crux of your case at the moment. What exactly is it you are trying to what exactly is it you want out of this case?
Well, I mean, I have an opening statement which I'm not going to, present right now. But the short version basically is I own a pistol shop for legal pistols and ammunition, and I just recently bought that shop. I recently became the owner, and the shop is located, west of this building right here, south of the island. And as we all know, most of the people are located in the north. So what I was trying to do is get my name out there, my business going by selling pistols out of my truck. I am well aware that I don't fight the weapons trafficking charge. I think that is fair to a certain point. Yes, I have done something wrong, and Mr. Snow was completely within his rights to charge me with that. I don't debate that whatsoever. But when I was arrested and charged with what I've been charged with, all the legal pistols and magazines found in my truck were counted as illegal items. Now, my intent was not to break the law.
Sorry, I'm just going to stop
Yeah?
you right there. The question that I asked is what you wanted out of this case. I'm not.
Yes,
wanting
I didn't want to just
opening
say
arguments
it because
until
there
you
was
both.
like...
Yeah, I'm not wanting opening arguments
Mhm.
until you both been sworn in. I'm just trying to find out
Okay,
what you
okay.
actually want from this case.
I understand that, Your Honor. I just didn't want to just say it without any kind of context to it, right? Basically, some of the charges I simply do not agree with. I think they are just not needed in this specific situation. While on the one hand, I do understand the law and why I've been charged with what I've been charged, but on the other hand, I think they're still wrong, if that makes any sense.
Okay, well, we'll get to the context in a minute, but
Okay.
other than trying to prove PD wrong, what are you trying to get out of this case?
Well, basically, I would like to get those charges thrown out if you were to agree with me. If you don't, then it's completely fine. If the judiciary, thinks that I'm guilty of what I've been charged with, then so be it.
All right.
But, yeah.
Okay, well, first of all, Officer Myers, would you like to swear in both parties, please? We'll get to the opening arguments.
Yes, sir. All right, Mr. Dan, please repeat after me. I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare.
I solemnly, sincerely, and what was the last part?
And truly declare.
And truly declare.
And affirm that the testimony I shall give.
And affirm that the testimony I give.
Shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Mr. Snow, please repeat after me. I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare.
Sorry, could you repeat that? You made it a bit funny.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare.
I do solemnly, sincerely, and truly declare.
And affirm that the testimony I shall give.
And affirm that the testimony I shall give.
Shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Your Honor, I'm sorry, before we actually start, I'm just curious as to why that person behind me is holding a baby. And it's gone. Okay. I was just curious.
Well, that answers that question.
I apologize.
Okay.
My baby wants to be a judge when he grows up, so.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So it's his learning experience. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
All right, I'm ready.
I'm reading the case request here. Yeah, basically what you've just said matches up with what's on there. Now, you said you have an opening argument prepared?
Yes, I do.
Okay, if you would, please.
Excuse me? Sorry?
If you would just come up here and produce your opening argument.
Of course. Can I start?
When you're ready.
All right. So, most of you probably don't know me. My name is Dan, as well has been said already. Since my time on this island, I have committed a few crimes, a few that I am definitely guilty of, a few that could be considered actually really bad, and I have served my time. And after Officer Myers, arrested me for DUI, I took a really hard look in the mirror and realized this is not the life I wanted to live. I bought the pistol shop west of this courthouse. And as I said earlier, before I was sworn in, the reason as to why I had all the pistols and ammunition in my truck was to get my name out there, to get the shop going, to make legal money. It is not that difficult to make money the illegal way. I could grow drugs. I could, do business with the black market and whatever, right? But that's not what I wanted to do anymore. So I bought the pistol shop, filled up my truck just to get the ball rolling, right? And when I went close to the North Airport, the main airport on this specific island, I advertised publicly that I was willing to sell pistols and magazines at a low price. Again, just as some sort of special offer, like a one-time deal for each person, so that I basically get them hooked, like, oh, this is a good price, and they might come over to my pistol shop and buy more, only making business with me. At least that was the plan. I actually, to this day, haven't sold a pistol yet. And after I, was waiting for my first customer, I jumped back in my truck, a white Zamac, and left. I was shortly pulled over by Mr. Jon Snow and then arrested and charged with 150 times illegal pistols and 580 something illegal magazines. Even though all of those pistols and magazines can be bought at any pistol shop all over the island. They are not illegal. I have done nothing wrong with them. I even bought them. I paid them up front at my own pistol shop, not to get in trouble with the IRS, because of tax fraud or anything like that. I paid them all up front. There should be no issue. But when Mr. Snow arrested me, I was being charged with weapons trafficking, which, after he explained to me, makes sense. I 100% understand and agree with that. Even though in this specific situation, I think it's a little bit more difficult because my intent was not to, just throw a pistol, like just, selling illegal weapons or anything like that. It was just legal pistols to make an honest living. But now I have been charged with this amount of pistols and magazines and been placed in Max Pen pending search warrant. I do not have an issue with the CLPD conducting a search warrant. I know that they won't find anything. I do not have anything to hide. I still would like to get it thrown out simply because I don't think it's necessary or warranted. But if the Honorable Justice here thinks that that's the case, fair enough. I don't really mind. But in general, what I want to, my point basically being is those were all legal pistols, all legal ammunition. And now, because of the weapons trafficking charge, they are being counted as illegal items. Hence why my jail time is so high and why I'm in Max Pen pending search warrant. Now, if this goes through and the CLPD would win this case, basically, I would not just only spend the amount of time in jail and have a search warrant conducted, but I would also lose all the pistols and magazines I bought and paid up front. It would ruin me, probably. So, yeah, this is why I wanted to go to court and have to sort it out, if possible. Thank you.
Okay, you can be seated.
Thank you.
Mr. Snow, your response, please.
Want to understand?
Yeah, if you would, please.
Okay, so first off, I just want to correct a couple of things. The actual items was 151 pistols, 517 magazines. Now, these magazines were for all the different types of weapons he had in his vehicle, and they were all loaded with ammo. He also was found with 2 cable cuffs and 5 lockpicks, hence why the total illegal items would have been 585. A few things Mr. Dan did leave out. Upon the traffic stop, he did pull straight over. You know, I explained to him, you know, we've seen the advertisement that he was selling pistols. He explained to me, you know, I've got a shop, it's in such a location. So I was not 100% sure at the time how many weapons he could actually carry on himself or in his vehicle if he was travelling back to his shop or to his shop. So I got confirmation on that, and, and he was way over the number. The number's 5. He was allowed to carry 5 weapons. So at this point, I get the feeling you're over the limit. He gave me permission to search his vehicle. Upon looking in the vehicle, that's when I found all of the pistols, ammo, and alcohol. Obviously, alcohol is not an issue, it's the contents of the truck. Now, as I turn back around to speak to him and say, yeah, look, we're going to have to go down to PD and deal with this, he then distracted me by stating, oh, did you see the other thing that was in there? And I said, no, let me check again. And as I turned around to check the trunk of the vehicle again, Mr. Dan pulled out a pistol, demanded I put my hands on my head and got on the ground. Obviously, I had no weapon out at the time, no taser out. It was totally unexpected, so I complied. At this point, Mr. Dan then used some zip ties to tie my hands behind my back, and then proceeded to get in his vehicle and leave the area. I did manage to get an emergency call out before I was cable tied, and luckily officers were nearby and they quickly responded, got me out of cuffs, and the hunt for Dan started. During the hunt, we had a drone in the air which located Mr. Dan abandoning his vehicle and making off on foot down towards the coastline. I was directed in, got to him, and we got to a bit of a standoff where he had a weapon drone, I had a weapon drone, and we were both hiding behind the same rock. After talking to Dan, I managed to talk him down, and I will admit, because he'll probably bring it up, as he stood up to put his hands on his head, his right hand was obstructed from my view. I just seen his left hand raising. At that point, I thought he had a weapon still, so I did take 2 shots. Unfortunately, one did hit, but I did manage to draw the rifle away before the second round hit. We then got him in cuffs. We took him back to PD, processed him, and we had a day. So what us, the CLPD, are looking for today is to get these charges justified and get them to stick, and then obviously we can proceed with getting the authorization for the search warrant.
Okay. And the evidence of the whole situation, I believe you have that.
All the evidence of the items is on the crime report. I'm not sure if you have access to the police computer.
No, I don't know at this point. I just send it to my phone. Send the evidence to my phone.
Your Honor?
Yes?
Could I mention 2 things, if I may?
Okay.
All right. First off, I received a copy of the warrant request that was put up by Mr. Jon Snow. And the reason he filed, or put on the request itself is arms trafficking, 151 illegal pistols, and 585 illegal items. Now, he did state that I have, 518 magazines and 2 zip ties and 5 lockpicks?
578 magazines, 2 zip ties, 5 picks.
78 or 17?
Yeah. 78. 578.
Okay, my bad. Then I misunderstood you. Thank you for clarifying.
No.
And the second thing was, the reason why I didn't mention what went down during my arrest is because I have not been charged with those things. It was something, I admit, what he said was correct. I did draw my weapon on him. I distracted him. I demanded him to get on the ground, and I then cable tied him. I also would like to mention it would have been way easier for me, and we probably would not be here today if I would have simply shot him. But as I said, this is not what I wanted to do. If I would have shot him without actually, giving him the chance to get on the ground and comply, he would have not had the chance to contact his colleagues, who then eventually, unzip-tied him and led to my arrest. It would have been way easier for me in every aspect, but I didn't, because I like and respect Officer Jon Snow. Just like during the standoff at the beach, at the coastline, when he repeatedly asked me to put my weapon away, I did. Yes, he did shoot twice at me. One of the bullets hit, but that is okay. At the end, during the interrogation, during the interview, he did not charge me with whatever those charges would have been. So, hence why I didn't bring it up. Just wanted to clarify that. I was not trying to hide anything from you, Your Honor. I was just not bringing it up because it didn't seem relevant, because those are not my charges.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Dan. I'll take that into consideration. Mr. Snow, the evidence.
I've sent it.
Let's have a look.
My bad, I sent it to the courtroom computer instead of your phone.
Okay. So if you could just explain these pictures to me.
Okay, so the first one, that is Mr. Dan's bag after he had his items and that removed from when he was arrested and before being placed into a new vehicle.
Okay.
Now, as you can see, he has one pistol, 2 magazines in his bag, and he also has the 2 cable cuffs and the 5 lockpicks.
Okay.
The second picture, this is the contents of his vehicle, which is currently in my possession because he's hoping if this gets thrown out, he can have his back. And as you can see in there is a large amount of weapons and ammo for each weapon. And the third picture is just a continuation of all the items other items that were in the vehicle as well.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so a couple of questions come to mind here. First of all, was there were there any small shops in his possession anywhere?
That's negative, but I believe when he says he owns a shop, I believe he actually means one of the actual shops on the island. I don't think it's a small shop as such.
Yeah, I
No,
believe he
it
may
is
be
an actual
referring
pistol
to
shop.
the pistol shop at 037049.
Let me confirm that. Hang on. The pistol shop at
Horton.
038049.
Yeah, close enough. The
Horton,
one
exactly,
at
yes.
Horton, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I understand that you own that shop. Do you have the ownership papers for that?
Not on hand right now. I was stripped of everything I had when I
Okay.
was put in Mexipan. I'm not allowed to have anything on me.
All right. And do you have a trader's license that allows you to trade from a small store? Like a small
From a small
shop?
store or
Yeah,
from a pistol shop?
No, from a small shop. Like a market stall.
I think I don't. No.
Okay.
I do not own any small shops, and I have never shown interest in owning one. At least not now. Maybe in the future, but depends on how this goes, actually.
Okay. Officer Snow, can you show me the section of the law book which states that this many illegal weapons is search warrantable?
Stand by, I'll get that information for you, sir.
Okay.
If it's not too much hassle, I would also like to see the section of the law book that says that all the items found while being charged for weapons trafficking are being counted as illegal items. Because I did not ask for that during my interrogation.
So if we go to section F, in the explosive firearms and other weapons section of the law book.
Okay, section F, trafficking.
Yes. So you'll see there, point 2. Any person has over 4 weapons in a possession and does not have a small shop in order to sell them is considered to be committing arms trafficking. Small shops are considered on a person if they are physically on the person or if they are stored in the trunk of the vehicle, which are either passenger, driver, or owner. Anyone caught arms trafficking may be suspect to a search warrant.
Okay.
Obviously, the next bit I can't post publicly because I don't know if the public have access to what the police SOPs.
Okay, well, if
I
you
will.
just read the section that states that obviously states that the items themselves, the weapons themselves, are to be considered illegal.
Are you guys seriously having small talk over there?
Silence.
Like,
please.
for real?
Court.
I do apologise, Your Honour, my phone's running a bit slow. I do have a bookmark, but just being a pain in the bum.
Oh, they brought Larry.
Excuse me? What did you say?
now?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, there it is. It's actually in the law book.
Okay.
Seems like you're struggling over there, Mr. Snow.
My phone's struggling not me, sir. So, if you go down to weapons illegal, the suspect of an excessive amount, 10 or more, of weapons, regardless of previous charges. This then authorizes us to put up a request for search.
Wait. Where? Where exactly?
It's under the Section 10 search warrant of the law book.
Uh-huh.
Weapons illegal.
Well, they're not illegal, though.
Because of the arms trafficking, all weapons become illegal.
And that is exactly what I wanted to know. Where does it say?
This is what I've asked for, is where does it say that specifically?
Like, what I want to know is how 151 legal pistols and 79 magazines, also legal, whatever, are then counted as illegal while being charged for weapons trafficking. Like, again, Mr. Snow, I respect you, and I know you're doing a good job, but this can't be, right at all.
As stated under Section F of the Firearms section, arms trafficking. You do not have a small shop on you. You do not have a small truck in the small shop in the trunk of your vehicle. You are selling the weapons out of the back of a vehicle. As you've already stated, you don't have a trader's license.
If I understand this correctly, if I do not have a small shop on me, at that point this will be considered weapons trafficking or arms trafficking, which I honestly admit to, which makes 100% sense. But it does not make sense that 151 pistols, or that legal pistols and ammunition in general, are being counted as illegal when being charged for arms trafficking. Like, the arms trafficking charge can stick. Yeah, I did that. Cool, right? Good job, right? But goddamn, they're not goddamn it illegal, all right? I didn't do shit. I just want to make money, okay?
Sir, mind your language, please.
What I understand
sorry,
is you are selling them. You stated yourself you are going to sell them at a lower price after paying for them from your shop. I thought if you pay tax on them, how can you sell them at a lower price and make money?
It's not about making money during the initial time where I sell them, right? As I mentioned multiple times now, the whole idea about having them in my truck and sell them further up north is simply to get my name out there as a special offer, which I also mentioned earlier, simply so people think, hey, good prices, like, I want to make business with that guy. Right? Maybe I can even sell pistols at bulk, where people contact me. I want 10 pistols, so maybe I can give them a special discount, something like that, right? But I haven't even sold any yet. And what's wrong? Like, why am I not allowed to sell pistols at a lower price if I wanted to? Again, I understand where I went wrong with having this many on me, but other than that, it's not a business. For how much I sell a pistol and magazines. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Also states in Section F, arms trafficking is the illegal trafficking / smuggling of contraband weapons and ammunition. Now you are illegally
Well, they were not illegal, though.
No, you are illegally trafficking them.
And hence the weapons trafficking charge. Yes.
You had 151 pistols, unpackaged, with 517 magazines fully loaded.
Correct.
Yes. You had no way of telling if these people had, if you did sell them, you had no ways of telling if they had a license.
They could show it to me.
And how good are you at spotting counterfeit licenses?
Probably as good as you are.
Not easy. So you say at that point, I spoke to the officers and they said yes, they are counted as illegal items because of the amount.
I feel like you're getting off topic here a little bit, right? Like, yeah, you might have a good point right there. No, like, you might have a good point there, but it doesn't change the fact that I do admit to the weapons trafficking, which you proved in every possible way there is, you are right. Like, the weapons trafficking charge is 100% solid. Good job. But you have no way of proving that you are allowed to charge me or to count all my legal pistols and ammunition as illegal simply because you charged me for weapons trafficking. That is the whole point I'm trying to make, hence why I brought you to court.
Let me ask this question. Officer Snow.
Yes, sir.
Is there anywhere in the law book or the SOPs where it specifically states that any item or items used in the commission of a crime or felony becomes illegal? And I'm not just talking about guns here. I'm talking about any item that is used or is subject to a crime or felony.
Well, yes, there is. There is drills, angle grinders. They are perfectly legal items to own unless used in a crime. The most common use for drills and angle grinders are for robbing the bank. Therefore,
whoa!
Let him finish. Let him finish. I've asked him a question, and I'd like to hear the answer.
So let's say, for argument's sake, we're here because Dan was getting charged with having 26 illegal items, and he had been caught doing a bank robbery. The drills and grinders then become illegal items because of being used in a crime. Now, that same logic.
True.
That same logic applies with the weapons. They've been used in a crime. He's trafficking them. Therefore, it becomes a crime, which it is. Therefore, the items become illegal.
Which is not stated anywhere, and it's up to your interpretation right there. Like, you're making this up. 100%. Because the weapons were not used in a crime. I have not been charged with what I did with my pistol.
Armed trafficking is a crime. Therefore, the weapons have been used in a crime.
But I did not have them on my person. I literally ditched the fucking car.
You had them in your vehicle also, which is you the owner of.
Yes,
you had,
exactly.
And they say, I could have destroyed that vehicle and destroyed them weapons there and then. I didn't.
Yes, you could have. Of course you could have. Apparently you have the right to do so. But I seem like all of you are missing the point. Yes, I did weapons trafficking, but not for the wrong reasons, okay? I was trying to make legal money. It would have been so much easier if I would have just taken one of my boats, went out on the sea, and, I don't know, fucking fish for turtles. Excuse my language. And I don't know why you are so bent on trying to count or make them count my weapons as illegal when they are clearly not. If you were to use a lethal sidearm, it would be probably one of the weapons I had on my goddamn truck. Okay? I was not trying to sell drugs or illegal weapons to the people of Malden. No, I was trying to supply them with legal weapons and ammunition. Okay? So now you can still charge me and say, oh, you shouldn't have done this because it's considered weapons trafficking. Fair point. That doesn't mean that I deserve to be thrown in max pen pending search warrant and extreme jail time just because you count all of them illegal. Like, I'm not a bad guy, and I think I proved that to you when I did not shoot you twice. I had multiple chances all over the point. Like, I don't understand why you're so bent on trying to screw me over here. Excuse my language.
I'm not hell bent on screwing you over, sir. I'm just doing my job.
Oh, yes, you are. Like, you're making...
All right. I've heard enough.
You're making stuff up at this point.
Mr. Snow, you can be seated again. Court is in recess for 5 minutes while I go and deliberate.
Can I go into the garage for a cigarette,
All right.
Mr. Myers?
Let's not
All right,
start that
bitches, get up.
Language.
Can we go into the garage and smoke a cigarette, please?
Please follow me. That door.
Oh, okay. Did you just give me that?
Nope.
Okay.
can smoke here.
I can smoke here. Oh, thank you. So how's your day going, Mr. Myers?
I'm not here for small talk, Mr. Dan.
Whoa! You're just standing there. Why not just chat with me? Why are you treating me like a
Some
criminal?
humanity, man.
Because you're one.
Damn. Don't you believe in second chances? Don't you think people can change?
I also believe in the afterlife.
Well, that's good. Well, why don't you give me a chance? We can be friends. All right, then. I'm just gonna... Oh, I'm done. No, I'm not. Wait, what? Okay, now I'm done, I think. Throw it away. There we go. Oh, okay. What are you waiting for? I don't know. I can't look through doors. Huh? Let me sit down. You're so goddamn annoying. It's unbelievable. So, for the remaining, 2 minutes, you're gonna put me in the cell, huh? And now you're taking a shit?
Before he takes it back.
Really?
How you doing, sir? Sit next to you. Entertaining, hasn't it? It's drama in the court. Yeah, I really do think they fucked up in that one.
That was disgusting. I hope you go wash your hands.
I think the whole aspect of you need to have a small shop in your vehicle, not even just owning one. Like if I have a small shop at airport or wherever, and it's full of stuff, I have to rip it up every time I want to go buy more guns. Like that's bullshit. I mean, we're only talking about actually buying it, but that's pretty bullshit, honestly. But I mean, the law book is a law book and hasn't been changed in a long time. I don't think it will. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You'll snitch to do nothing.
Who's saying that?
To do nothing.
Yeah, excuse me, officers. At what point in leaving the building do I have to get searched? Can I go to the ATM down there fine, or? Okay, yeah.
Officer Myers?
Let's go, baby cakes. Don't you think you're forgetting someone?
Yes, Your Honor.
Alright, can we get everyone back in, please?
Alright. Alright, please.
Are we rising to a ghost or what?
I know, I just... We're not making it up to the RLS, it's fine.
Hello.
Back. We've risen for...
We're all ready, Your Honor.
Okay. Dare I ask?
EMTs.
Fair enough. Okay, be seated. Alright. Officer Snow.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell me what jail time resulted from Mr. Dan's charges of arms trafficking and the illegal items?
There was a total jail time of 5 hours, Your Honor.
Okay, and can you confirm how much of that he's actually served?
I'm not 100% sure, Your Honor.
I can check, Your Honor.
If you would, please.
No, you can't.
I have to tell it within.
Fine.
Mr. Dan, how much time have you actually served so far? Since being placed in...
Would say around 45 minutes to an hour, maybe 30. It depends. I'm not 100% sure, but I would go with 30. Out of the 24 hours that was given to me due to the pending search warrant, right?
Okay. Okay, so I've looked over the evidence. I've looked over the police SOPs, I've looked over the law book. And although there are certain things that don't appear to, well, appear, it is my belief that the laws passed down by the government of Tanoa, or sorry, the government of Malden, do essentially state that any item used in the commission of a crime, whether it be a attempted murder or an arms trafficking, does count as an illegal item.
What?
So that gives us 151 illegal pistols. However, can anybody from the PD give me any good reason why something not covered by the arms trafficking law, i.e. magazines, should be counted as an illegal item?
Because the magazines were going to be getting sold with the weapons. Therefore, it's part of the weapon. He wasn't just selling the weapon, he was going to be selling magazines with ammo in them. Therefore, it should count as an illegal item. as well as it. Like you say,
I would like to say something about this real quick, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
I have not actually sold any weapons or magazines yet. He is assuming that if I was to sell a weapon, I would sell the magazines too. Which, yes, was my intent, but I actually haven't yet. So, if any of you, any of the civilians here, was to show up and be like, hey, I'm interested in buying a golden Desert Eagle, but I already have a normal Desert Eagle, I do not need the ammunition. You would not buy extra ammunition for me if you already have them. So, I will probably just sell you...
It's the trafficking.
But yes, you just said you're assuming that I would be selling the magazines too, which you don't know. You're assuming that I would. And under the trafficking law, it's only counted the weapons, not magazines. It's not stated anywhere. At all.
All right. Mr. Snow.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you tell me what the jail time would have been with just the 151 illegal pistols?
Stand by, I'll find out for you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may I have a word?
Can you make it quick?
In the actual law, letter F, it does say weapons or ammunition would count as arms trafficking. So arms trafficking is not limited to just weapons.
Now we're talking about in the law book under explosive firearms and munitions, subsection F. Trafficking.
Yes. Subsection F, paragraph 1.
Clause 1, yeah, I see there.
Answer to your question, Your Honor. It will be 22 hours, 39 minutes.
What?
Now, the reason the time is different is because, for some strange reason, there's not a max one on the illegal pistols. The illegal items is where the max jail time of 5 hours come into effect.
Okay. As Officer Myers has quite correctly said, the law book does state weapons or ammunition.
I think there are way bigger issues out there, and I'm just trying to sell pistols and magazines, and I'm being locked up and thrown into max pen for selling legal pistols and ammunition. I really have no words for this.
I'm well aware of that. One second. Officer Myers.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you find out if your guys have got enough people on to execute a search warrant at this point?
There's literally nothing. Such a waste of time.
I believe we do, Your Honor.
So you have enough people on to execute a search warrant after this court case?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, well, in that case, it is the judgment of the court that, as I say, as a result of what I've read and what I've heard, I am going to approve PD's search warrant request at this time. At the conclusion of this court case, your officers are instructed to carry out the search warrant immediately, after which Mr. Dan here will be placed in general population for the remainder of his sentence, 4 hours 30 minutes.
I would also like to mention I served 30 minutes before today. I waited 30 minutes in MaxPen before this whole thing started, plus the time during the
Okay, Mr. Dan,
search warrant.
I did ask you how much total time you had actually served since you had been put into Max Pen, and you said about half an hour.
All right then, Your Honor. 4 hours and 30 minutes it is then, as you wish.
Okay, court is adjourned.
All right.
Yeah, cuff me and drag me as you always do. Just go.
Alec, I'm gonna get back to PD and get geared up.
Just a little effort. Thank you very much.
You do know that I'm able to walk, right? I do not understand why you always have to drag me. It's...
Mr. Pickering, is Commander Killaway still in sight?
He's off to. We're gonna need him for this. He's off watching the door, and he's gonna go get his heli.
All right. If you could have him contact me as soon as you guys are done.
The placement of that bag is dangerous.